the object, the certificate, to get the action indicated by the transitive verb award practice, the role as the object of the subjective complement awarded from the second transitivity of the transitive verb award. In this page, we will review the second transitivity of a transitive verb. The second transitivity of the transitive verb indicates the additional transitivity that the transitive verb transformed into a form of the past participle to be accorded with a trait to describe the object in a subject-object relationship conveys the definition of the transitive verb to another object. The subjective complement awarded has the form of the past participle to be accorded with the trait as the adjective to describe the indirect object, the boy, as the subject in this clause. The direct object, the certificate, exists in the relationship to get the action indicated by the transitive verb award from the subject, the principal. So the direct object, the certificates, are apprehensible to practice the role as the object of the subjective complement awarded from the second transitivity of the transitive verb award. The object of the subjective complement is a role that is not introduced in the five types of clause. So the clause that the first type of clause is stated in the perspective of the indirect object is not classified into the five types of clauses. This system to classify a clause into the five types is not always applicable to any case because the system is the result of the inductive analysis. Before we study the five types of clauses, we admit that the five types of clauses have been studied in the inductive way. In the inductive analysis, only one counter example can renovate the previous study, or we can say a paradigm. So this counter example unable to be analyzed in the five types can be a good example that for setting our attitude to the five types of clauses as a tool to analyze many clauses, but not in the absolute way. This is the reason why the five types of clause are needed to be applied for analyzing the clause that is already written.